I've been playing RuneScape for something like the last 20 years. It's always been something I like to do to unwind, relax, or just kill some time. But now, I'm looking for a challenge. So come with me while we leave the mainland behind and set up shop on the continent of Zeah. So we need to stick around Wintertodt until we hit at least level 25 construction. That's gonna take a bit. At least the activity itself isn't that bad though. Alright, we got like 30-ish rewards, I think. Oh! Nice. Good start. Oh! Even better. Okay. Okay. Oh, we got some good seeds we won't be able to use for a while, but yes, look at that. Looking like a boss now. Oh my gosh. And we have 4 warm clothing items, which means our damage should be reduced pretty substantially. And I think the amount you get from rejuvenation potions increases as well. So, wow. That's a good batch of chests. All right, I think I am ready for a quick break with the Wintertodt grind. I was looking through the quest list at kind of the order we need to do things in, and Client of Corrend is the first quest following X marks the spot, from what I can see. That quest actually gives, I think, 2 500 XP lamps that I can use in whatever skill I want. So that will be a massive bump to the Slayer grind that we need to get done. So let's talk to Veos here and see what he's got. What can I do for you, Zeah Locked? You got a quest for me? I did so good on the first one. You could trust me with another one, right? I just skipped that and I don't know why. I have a client I saw, but I was going to do it myself, but you're quite new around here, so this might be the good opportunity for you to learn the kingdom a bit better. So what do you say? Wasn't the whole point of me doing the quest or the clue scroll for you in the last quest was because you didn't know where you were, and now you're saying that I don't know? Whatever. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. All right, we need to go use a feather on the enchanted scroll. That I didn't see that listed on the required items, but maybe I missed it. So I got to grab a feather from the bank real quick. We got our feather, so we use that on here. You attune the feather to the enchanted scroll, creating an enchanted quill. All right. In order for us to get the lay of the land, Veos wants us to talk to the general store owners in each of the 5 regions on this continent or portion of the continent. So we need to go and talk to the general store owners at Arceus, Hosidius, Lovacane, Port Piscarilius, and Shazian. These guys supposedly know what's going on in the region, so he wants us to talk to them. A great adventure from afar. How may I help with my repertoire? Can I ask you about Port Piscarilius, I guess? If it's Piscarilius information you seek, it's in my brain that you must peek. Okay. This lady's obnoxious. I don't want to talk to her anymore. So what is there to do in Piscarilius? Our shore is brimming with gold from the sea. The most loyal our people are handed the key. Okay, yeah, we get it. You're rhyming stuff. Jot down some information. Hang on a second, that last one didn't rhyme too well. Listen here, pal. You don't mess with people in Port Piscarilius. All right, I think I actually believe that she would try to mess me up. On to the next one. All right, so now we're going to Arceus, I guess? Tell me about your region, please. What do you require, traveler? I deal in many things. I need information, sir. Can I ask you about Arceus? Arceus? The city holds knowledge many would deem unsafe to share. Why should I be so trusting of you? That sounds ominous. A journalist. Yes, I'm a journalist from the mainland. I'm not from the mainland. I live here. It's not cool. Someone willing to share knowledge of our great city to many others. Very well then, the rest of the world could certainly do with learning about our great library. Okay, so what is there to do here? Our library is something to behold, but the millennia of knowledge found there, runic, magical, and religious, are but small findings compared to the power of the Dark Altar. Through its power, we have great knowledge on life and death. Oh. Apparently the scroll liked that. It forced me to write that, I think. Must have caught my finger with the quill. Apologies. Please continue. Very well. As mentioned, rewards on offer within our city are priceless. Interesting. Interesting. You jot down the information. Thanks for your help. What's up with the quill getting all angry? You're welcome. Spread the word of the great city knowledge you've gained, and perhaps be careful with how you hold your scroll in the future. Yeah, I don't. So I've never done like any quest where I read the dialogue. It's actually way more interesting than I thought it would be, to be honest. At least the newer quests seem to be written better, but I've literally only ever been like a spacebar with a YouTube guide or the RuneLite plugin telling me what to do. I've never really paid much attention to quests in the actual lore and stories behind them. But that was weird, especially since it kind of like made a point to point out that something was, odd about the quill and the way it's behaving. It's funny because this is clearly supposed to introduce you to the region, like in a way that gets you familiar with each of the particular like sections of the region, because you used to have to go around and like do chores for people in this area to gain their favor, and you'd have to have certain like favor percentages to be able to do certain content in areas. So it's very clearly this is supposed to like introduce you to all the regions and like let you know that like you can do different things in different places. But now that you don't have to do favor anymore and these quests are kind of old, it just feels like there's nobody anywhere on this entire continent. It's super bizarre. So in the interest of time, I'm just going to summarize these next two because they're pretty much more of the same. Here in Lovacaine, they specialize in mining and mining activities. So if you want some insane amounts of mining XP, but mind-numbing boredom, you can come do the blast mine. And here we have Shazian, where we get awkwardly hit on, I'm pretty sure, by Jennifer. And she tells us that we have the ability to come here and heal wounded soldiers who are currently locked in battle against the lizard people. So definitely not crazy and totally normal. Horace, don't mind me. I was not the person. I know what you're going to say. I was not the person who was lighting all the fires outside of your shop earlier, right? That was somebody else with purple hair and ripped blue jeans. Hello, I'm Horace. Welcome to my shop. Would you like to buy or sell something? No, but I'd like to talk to you, which I know how money is time and all that stuff, but please waste some of your time explaining to me what Hosidius is. Well, my friend, I've lived in this great, glorious city all my life. I'd be happy to share with you what I know. Oh, okay, well, I guess he wants to talk about this. That's cool. What is there to do here? Nothing. No, I'm just kidding. Our personal kitchens and farming patches are lovely. That being said, the real gems of Hosidius are the vinery and tithe farm. Both are world class. I need to look in how to do tithe farm because I know that is good early game XP. Return to Veos. Anytime. That's not ominous at all. The pen is talking to me. I love it when my pen and paper talk to me. Is my character not going to address the fact that there was a voice in my head that just told me where to go? Like, this enchanted quill is basically just talking to me, and I don't seem to care. And it took control of my arm or whatever that was back there, and I, again, don't seem to care. All right, Veos, get over here, you weird old man. You gonna tell me what's going on? You hang out with dark wizards or something? Hello again. What can I do for you? Let's talk about your client a little bit. I gathered information from all the cities. I could hear a voice, Veos, in my head as it whispered in my ear to return to you. Ah, yes, I heard it too. They mentioned that your task was complete. Okay, are we just really we're not gonna do more about that? Oh my gosh. Let me take those items off your hands. Veos removes the items. That reminds me, Veos, I didn't sign up to this. I wasn't told that my mind would be entered. What about the possibility of severely damaging my hand? Okay, finally. If it makes you feel any better, my client sends their apologies. It wasn't intentional. Needless to say, something you said provoked emotion. Namely, the Dark Altar. If I knew mentioning the Dark Altar would upset them so much, I would have written that bit of information down. That's just the thing. My client is pleased you found such information. Tell me, would you be willing to do one last thing for them? No. No, actually. I think I would rather not. So, what should I do now? Certainly glad you're able to assist once again. My client will be most pleased. I'm sure he will. My client requires another simple task. They assure me that this will be the last. That almost rhymes. Take this orb. You must activate it beside the Dark Altar north of Arceus. Can I ask why I would do that? It's best you don't. Can't argue with that. You should. You should be arguing. I don't want to do this. Get this out of my... I don't want this. I don't want to do this thing. Well, I guess we really don't have a choice, so... Up to Arceus we go. Okay, I guess we're gonna do the thing. Activate. The orb shatters after being held in the air. You hear a voice, return to Veos, my thanks. I really wish I would be warned about these things. Yeah, that's valid. It's real freaking weird, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Veos, my man, your client needs to get out of my head, please. Thanks. What can I do for you? What do you think? What do you think we're gonna talk about here, Veos? I just saw you. Veos, enough is enough. I've suffered through enough. Exploding orbs, burning quills. What are you talking about? What do you mean, what am I talking about? What? You know darn well what I'm talking about. I haven't spoken to you since bringing you to Corand. I have no idea what you're on about. Ah! Veos, this isn't funny anymore. Are you alright? I did all that your client asked of me. Indeed you have. What? Oh, he looks different. His eyes. His eyes are red. You have done well. For that you have my thanks. Who are you? What have you done with Veos? You need not fear for him. I will sure no harm comes his way. Sir, who I am, well, that's of no importance. I have a right to know, because you were in my head, too. Knowledge can be a curse. Sometimes it's better to remain unaware. Now, time to release this mind back to consciousness. Don't worry, I'll make sure he rewards you. After all, you've been very useful to me. That's ominous. That's ridiculous. Are you... Okay, we're just not going to talk about this. I guess, whatever. Not my problem. Nothing. Goodbye, Veos. Anyway. As for these reward lamps, gave it some thought, and I think it's a no-brainer here. I really got to go with Slayer for both of these, I think. That's going to get me a cool 1,000 XP, which I believe will get me to like level 8 or 9. 9. So level 9 Slayer off 2 lamps. So not only is that a great kickstart in levels, that means now I'm getting 90 XP per magic lamp because you get 10 times your level. So I'm already close to another level after just 1 or 2 more lamps. So yeah, so that's a pretty nice chunk of that grind behind us. So I decided to take a break from the winter tot grind. I have made some pretty decent progress, as you can see. I am currently level 76 firemaking, so I've opened a lot of loot crates from there. Haven't gotten anything too substantial just yet, but the big thing is level 5 construction, and I've gotten level 37 fletching. Literally all I've done to get those levels is fletching the logs at Wintertodt and fixing the brazier when it breaks. I literally haven't trained either one of those legitimately yet, which, as we know, I kind of can't train construction legit. So this is really my only source of construction XP, so we're gonna have to roll with it. So you might be wondering what I'm doing right now. I'm actually just grabbing a stew because I know I need that for the Queen of Thieves quest, which is what my next objective is at this point. Yeah, decided to take a break from the Wintertodt grind, and we're gonna knock out a quest or two and hope we can maybe get a little bit of XP rewards. I know none of the Corand or Varlamore quests really give like huge amounts of XP until you get into some of the later ones, but obviously we got to do them all eventually anyway, so we might as well just get started. And to do that, we need to get up to Port Piscarilius at the north end. I hope there isn't a transport minecart thing that would have taken me straight there that I just didn't know about, but regardless, we're just gonna run there. Thomas Lowry, what do you got to say? Hello there. Greetings, what can I do for you? I'm looking for a quest, obviously, person I just met. You clearly have something you want me to do. Well, there's something I could use some help with. I'm here on behalf of the Korean Council to investigate some unusual happenings in Port Piscarilius. Oh, what are you investigating? Port Piscarilius is home to various gangs. They're a nuisance, but up until now we haven't had much trouble in dealing with them. So you want me to deal with them for you? Is that what we're getting at? Because the quest description thingy says no combat, so that's going to be a problem. A new gang calling themselves the Saviors of Kourend have recently formed. That's not surprising as gangs come and go all the time, but this one's different. How's that? The Saviors of Kourend have been absorbing many of the other gangs. Within a few weeks, we've already become the largest gang in Kourend, and many more join them today. The talk amongst the people is that it's all down to their leader, a mysterious figure known only as the Queen of Thieves. We got a quest name, people. Shauna Piscarilius is the ruler of Port Piscarilius, but she spends most of her time gallivanting in that boat of hers rather than looking after her home. So what thankless job am I going to be doing for you, good sir? Well, my original plan was to infiltrate the gang to get close to the Queen and capture her. However, I've been unable to make any progress. Apparently, I don't look the part. Yeah, not sure what that's all about. You clearly fit right in here. Quite right. So he's like a posh little douchebag. What are you trying to say? That you look poor. Listen, pal. I've got 100 KGP sitting in my backpack right now. What do you got in your pockets? Let's see it. Come on. Oh. My guy's so upset about it. Anyway, if you're up for the task, you need to infiltrate the Saviors of Kourend and find the Queen of Thieves, apprehend her, and then bring her to me. So you think you can do it? I mean, sure. Excellent. The Saviors of Kourend must have their headquarters somewhere nearby. You should ask around town to see if anyone knows where they are. Good luck. Yeah, good luck to you, I guess. You better hope I don't come back here with, I was going to say a weapon, but literally the only weapon I have is like an iron mace, so I think he's probably all right for now. Hey there, I'm looking for the Saviors of Kourend. Do you know where I can find them? Keep your voice down. You have no idea who might be listening. Do you know? No, I keep my distance from that lot. However, word on the street is that Robert O'Reilly has been working with them. Perhaps he could help you. He lives in the middle of town. Great, thanks for the help. I gotta go find Robert. It's so convenient that the first person I just happened upon just knows exactly who to talk to. I'm looking for the Saviors of Kourend, and I was hoping you could help me. Not for free. It's been too long since I've eaten some proper food. We get around here as fish. Bring me a stew. Wow, yeah. What a coincidence. That's suspiciously convenient. I know, right? What are the chances? I love whenever Jagex acknowledges how crazy it is that most players just have the items in their inventory by default, like because they look up a quest guide or whatever. I feel like in early quests, I didn't really acknowledge that too much, but the later ones, they definitely do. We'll hand it over then. No, I don't think I will. It's my stew. Go get your own. No, I'm okay. You give Robert some stew. Thanks. The Saviors of Kourend make their home in a place called the Warrens. You'll find it in the sewers beneath us. Okay. I feel like it's kind of like required that every MMO or fantasy game has you do some quests in the sewers at some point. We knew it was coming. I just really hope that my super nice pants don't get messed up down here, you know? How has no one found this yet? They're literally right here. I took 10 steps to get here. What are these guys doing up there? If I go, oh, they're posh. They don't want to come down in the sewers. That's probably what it is. No, I didn't. Okay, that's fine. It's just a rat. I thought I misclicked on a guard or something, but it doesn't look like I can really attack these guys. Hello, I'm looking for the Saviors of Kourend. I should just stop saying that because it's gonna get me stabbed, I feel like, eventually. Right here is where you'll find them. What business do you have with the Saviors? So hoping I can join the gang. We don't just let anyone join our gang. If you want in, you need to prove your worth. And how can I do that? How could I possibly do that? I just got here 5 minutes ago. Well, actually, it's been closer to a couple days at this point. I spent a lot of time in an ice cave fighting a monster, and then I came straight here to join your gang because that's all I've ever wanted. Since our formation, many of the other gangs in Kourend have all joined our cause. However, some still choose to resist. Our largest rivals are the Vipers, and our leader, the Queen of Thieves. Let me finish! Our leader has had enough of the Vipers, and he wants to make an example of them. We need to send a message to the Vipers, let them know that their days are done. We would like you to kill Conrad King, one of their senior members. This man has been a thorn in our side for far too long. Besides, his murderous ways make us look like paragons of virtue in comparison. So you want me to kill someone? As in kill them? Alright. So like kill them dead. Is this gonna be a problem? I guess not. Nope, sounds good to me. Good, you'll find Conrad King south of the Piscarilius Food Hall. News travels faster around here. We'll know when the deed is done. I'll be back, I guess, when I've killed someone. What does this shop have? Do you have anything cool? No. I need some spades, I think. I need spades for stuff. I'll buy some shovels. The guy's like, what? Why did this guy come down here and then buy all my shovels and just leave? What is this? What? Our man should be here somewhere. Conrad, is that you? That's Conrad. Murder Conrad King. That is a right-click option if ever I've seen one. All right, let's get it done. How do we want to kill him? Brutally or softly? I don't know who this guy is. He's probably fine. Let's just kill him softly. You realize you can't really kill someone softly. You brutally murder him instead. Cool. I guess that's just the illusion of choice in video games, am I right? No, for real though, I would actually love it if in some of the newer quests, this may be the case. I don't know, because I haven't really done a whole lot of the more recent quests. But it would be really cool if Jagex could start doing like multiple ending quests or something. Obviously it couldn't be too dramatically different of an ending. Otherwise, you know, future quest lines would get really messy really fast. But like, I feel like there aren't enough choices where you get even any difference at all. There's that like Haziel Cult mini quest or quest. I think it's considered a mini quest. And that quest, you can either choose to like summon the demon or not summon the demon. But either way, like he gets summoned or something. I don't know. But yeah, more choices would be kind of rad in quests. Word on the streets is that Conrad King has met his maker. The queen is impressed. You should head on in and speak to her. Okay. The Queen of Thieves. Oh, hang on. Go through. I have to go through the doorway manually and then not close the door behind me because I don't care. So you're the one who killed Conrad King. Not bad, but you still don't look like much to me. You'd be surprised. No, I wouldn't. I've seen hundreds of fools like you, and you're all the same. I doubt you'll be sticking around here very long. Is that like a swing at the players who come here, do these quests, and then bail because there's not much to do in this kingdom? And neither will you. On behalf of the Corinne Council, I'm bringing you in. I don't know anything about the Corinne Council. I should not just be like throwing their name around like that. You truly are a complete and utter idiot. Allow me to enlighten you. While you may have been told that the saviors of Corinne are evil, the truth is quite the opposite. We're the good guys because every bad guy has always known that they are the bad guy and referred to themselves as such. Before we came along, Corinne was filled with violent gangs who cared little for their victims. Let me guess, you're different. Shut up and let me speak. Yes, the saviors of Corinne are thieves. The saviors of Corinne are murderers. However, we do not randomly pick our targets. Everything we do has a purpose. Which is... The name isn't a joke. We're here to save Corinne, to save it from the corruption that has tainted this once great kingdom. We do that by taking from those who would lord themselves over people. We remove their power and give it back to the people who keep this kingdom alive. Yet you call yourself a queen. Bit ironic, don't you think? The irony isn't lost on me. In truth, I didn't want to lead, but it all fell on me because I'm the best at it. And I'm really humble, too. Being born a Piscarilius means that you have to be. Hang on, you're part of the Piscarilius family? I am the Piscarilius family. Of course, Lady Shauna Piscarilius couldn't well take charge of a gang, so I took on a different name. One that the rich and degenerate are already starting to fear. Okay, you've got my attention, but how do I know you're telling me the truth? You're clearly fairly new to Corinne, so you might not be fully aware of our current leadership situation. After the last king died, rulership should have passed on to his daughter. However, she was declared mad. It was the king's closest advisor that made this declaration. They took over and became the Corinne Council. They've ruled the kingdom ever since. Now the councilors are supposedly voted for by the people. However, seats have been held by the same 4 people since the start. Pretty suspicious, don't you think? It does sound odd. Exactly. The council is clearly corrupt, and we intend to bring that to light. Councillor Hughes is our first target. We have the reason to believe that she may be in league with the disciples of Yama. Disciples of Yama? A cult of Zamarakians who supposedly serve a demon called Yama. They've been a problem for a while, but they haven't been deemed dangerous enough to properly dealt with. Councillor Hughes' influence, no doubt. Anyway, go to her home and find proof of her corruption. If you find it, you'll know I'm telling the truth. If you don't, well, don't pretend you care about breaking and entering anyway. Fine, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, but if you're wrong, I'm coming straight back here to apprehend you. I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Councillor Hughes' home is on the northern side of Kingstown. Even a fool like you should be able to find it. Don't worry, she's never in. Once you have the evidence, give it to Lowry fellow. Provided he's not as useless as you, he'll make sure that she's dealt with. Now get lost. Okay, I suppose we'll just do what you want to do. These guys are trusting me with a lot of information, having just met me, and I'm not even a member of this gang, and they're already telling me, like, their plans and their secrets, and I already know who this lady is. Like, well, apparently we already know who this lady is, assuming that she is telling the truth, which I suspect that she is. Yeah, they're just divulging an awful lot of information to a complete stranger who, by their own admission, was new to this kingdom. I literally know that she's a Piscarilius now, apparently. Like, that's... Why would you tell a complete stranger who you just met 5 minutes ago all this information? Doesn't make sense. All right, well, apparently by she's never home, the Queen of Thieves meant that she literally leaves the door wide open all the time. Front and back door, just open. So now I guess we gotta search for some signs of corruption, which, thanks to our handy-dandy quest helper here, we know is in this chest, if I can picklock it. You failed to pick the lock. Okay, well, this might take a second. Hey, we unlocked it, and we got an important-looking letter. I've left the items that you requested at the usual drop-off courtesy of the Koren Treasury. It goes without saying, but I trust you'll make our master aware of who's funding his return. Sophia Hughes. Yeah, well, that looks like a cult worshiper to me. I don't know. I guess maybe Queen of Thieves lady was telling the truth. I don't know. I don't really know exactly how this proves who she is. I mean, it proves what the other lady, Hughes, was doing, but, like, it doesn't really tell us anything about who the Queen of Thieves lady is if we weren't believing that. So, is that really that beneficial? Where is this guy? Thomas. You jerk. I still got 99k in my inventory. Still rich as hell over here. Let's talk about my quest. Very well, how goes things? I haven't any luck finding the Queen of Thieves. However, I come across this letter you might find interesting. Blimey, forget the Queen of Thieves. If this is to be believed, Counselor Hughes is working with those vile disciples of Yama. I must report this to Council immediately. So can I have a reward? You've done great service, people, Koren. I'm sure you know there's no greater reward than the satisfaction of a job well done. I will go get my mace, and I will kill you. I murdered that other guy over there with no issues at all whatsoever. Don't make me come back here again. Now be on your way. I have lots of work to do. Do you? Do you? All right, well, job well done, I guess. Oh, Lady Piscarilius. Lady Piscarilius, I did the thing you asked. I gave the stupid rude man, the paper. I hear Counselor Hughes has been arrested. That was fast. It took me not but like a minute or two to walk down here, and you've already arrested him? Jesus. Perhaps you're not totally useless after all. You know, you're really not a nice person. Give me a break. You think I care what you think? Anyway, I guess this is the part where you expect a reward. Yes, please. Fine. As much as I hate to admit it, you've done all right. The arrest of Counselor Hughes can only mean good things for Koren and her people. This is only the beginning, though. There's much work still to be done. I may call on your help again. Or maybe I won't. Who knows? I'll take these and go. I got some money! But more importantly, we got 2k thieving XP. That's an okay little bump. Why are you still here? I don't know. Goodbye. Okay, so our next little mini objective here is the Forsaken Tower quest, which we start up in the Lovakang area, right over here. Yep, right over there. So we're gonna make our way over there real quick using the handy dandy mine carts. Oh, this bat actually hurts. Get away from me. All right, Lady Lovakang. And he says it's all the greatest urgency. Greatest urgency? I don't like urgency. This is quite simply not on. Hiya. What a way to interject yourself into a conversation. Who is this human? Counselor Unknar? What are they doing here? This is Zeah Locked. They've been helping out in Lovakang recently. So this dialogue clearly hasn't been changed since the favor system was removed, because I have not been here a single time, actually. Well, I've never heard of them. What do they want? What do you want, human? Yes, I will start this weird quest with these weird dwarves. They're looking for a quest. A quest? Well, we don't have any of those lying around. Well, hang on. Maybe they help us with this urgent matter. What urgent matter? The one we were just discussing. The one with the doors of din? Human, we have a job for you. I've heard. Just get on with it, please. One of the finest smiths in Lovakeng, Undur, has been investigating issues with the doors of din. We've just received word that he's found the problem. However, he has requested we send assistance. Could you go to him and see what help he needs? You'll find him right outside the doors of din north of Arceus. Okay, so you can't teleport me there, huh? I know that's a thing in some of the later quests. They've started just teleporting people places. Whenever it's like, I'm going to make you backtrack or go really far, they're like, I'll meet you there. Would you like me to teleport you? And you can just say yes. Jagex, go back and add that to every quest in the game. That is the best thing you've ever done, probably. Undor, what are you doing over here? What about these doors? I've been going in and out of here for like a week. All right? These doors are fine, trust me. Well, hello there, laddie. I've been sent to help you. I just need to finish this little job. I'll be with you in a minute. While you're waiting, why not talk to that fiery lass? She'll fill you in on the situation here. Which one? Ignicia. That's clever. Is that the name you were born with? Because I somehow suspect it's not. Do you have something for me? Nope. What? Dude, why will she not talk to me? Oh my god. I have to actually right-click talk because... we are all related, brother. For we are all children of the flame. Okay. So what is this place? You stand before the doors of din. Behind them lies the prison of Wintertodd. What's a Wintertodd? We don't know what it is. All we know is that it threatens to snuff out every flame in this land and plunge the world into an eternal darkness. We should probably do something about that. That's why we're here, brother. Ever since the Wintertodt was imprisoned, members of the Order of the Sacred Flame, or pyromancers as we're often known, have stood vigil over this place. But alas, despite our best efforts, the Wintertodt is growing in power. That's not good. How can I help? Our order searches tirelessly for a way to defeat the Wintertodt. Until we discover it, must be held at bay. Pass through the doors of den, the prison within, you find a okay, yeah. He's literally just explaining the minigame that I've been doing for the last like week and a half. So cool. I guess I just had to talk to him before I could actually talk to Undor here. Have you now, laddie? I was wondering when they'd send someone. Well, here I am. What do you need? They all kept saying that the doors were failing, and I kept telling them that that was rubbish. Did they listen? Of course they didn't. So the doors aren't failing? Of course not. They were made by Din himself, the finest smith this world has ever seen. His work doesn't just fail. But if the doors aren't failing, what's the issue? Sabotage. Ooh. You're right with that one, laddie. Someone or something has made a small hole in the door. It's not much, but it's enough for that Wintertodt to be able to draw some power into the prison. Probably why the Fiery Lot have had so much trouble recently. So what do? Repair the damage, of course. Now, I should be able to fix the issue, no problem. The only thing is, I'm missing the right tools. That's where you come in. Of course it is. A fetch quest. What tools do you need? A hammer? Seriously, you're telling me you don't have a hammer? I see, so where do I find this hammer? Back in his prime, Din built a great tower. It was known as Din's Redoubt, and it's where he created all of his finest inventions. After Din died, some Ponzi mage thought they'd go and defile his tower. Now the place has been off limits ever since. Now, I don't know for sure, but I reckon that Din's hammer might still be there. Only one way to find out. Where do I find the tower? Forsaken Tower, and there's our quest title, ladies and gentlemen. Can be found west of Lovakeng. Great, I'll be back once I found the hammer. Of course I will. Those are some beefy skeletons. I probably should have saved some run energy because I don't know what all's over here. And it seems like we are possibly heading into Lizard Man territory, if that's what that looks like. Well, I think we found it. Yet another place for me to break into and not even care. Oh, look. A hammer. There's zero chance that would still be here. If this place has been, like, looted and ransacked, there's no way that that's still here. But this place looks fine. There's beers on the table. Like, somebody lives here. Somebody clearly has set up shop here. The display case is sealed. It contains an old ornate hammer made of some strange metal. There's a strange panel beneath the display with some symbols on it. Okay. Worthiness is hard to find. However, the one who restores my great tower to its former glory will be worthy of my legendary hammer. What if I don't want to do that? What if I just want to break this glass? I could have brought my own hammer. How about that? All right, whatever. This omnipotent force in my head is telling me to click on this cupboard, so I'm going to do that. There's a tinderbox. I'm getting items related to the things, I guess. Or is this one of those... Wait, oh no. 5-gallon jug, 8-gallon jug. Is this like one of those puzzles from Fremennik Trials where you're supposed to like pour something into here and then drink some and then pour it out and dump it into this bucket and freeze it kind of thing? I hate those puzzles. So use this on the furnace. Oh my goodness. That is a set of requirements. That's ridiculous. Okay, 4 gallons. Cool. All right, puzzle's done. That was dumb. I didn't like that. I just had to use one jug on another jug like 5 times in different order to make it have exactly 4 gallons of coolant because I couldn't possibly just eyeball that with the big one. Let's go to the basement. A crank. Inspect it. Or am I supposed to use this on that? I'm just going to use it. Start the generator. Alright, so I think this is one of those puzzles where you just, like, line up everything so that it all looks pretty. But I'm just going to listen to what this tells me to do, so... And we're done. Alright, what a puzzle. So, like, that's the kind of stuff I don't need to be doing that. I don't care about those kinds of puzzles. I think they're tedious and monotonous. I'd rather just be told the solution so I can move on and get more lore. Inspect refinery, huh? An old chemical refinery. It seems to be working order. Sure, turn it on. I don't know what this does. You attempt to activate it, but nothing happens. A warning on the control panel reads, foreign object detected. Refinery must be cleaned. Yes. I don't have anything to do that with. Okay. Old notes. Do I use said notes? Sodium hydroxide is directly left to the toadflax blend. Toadflax blend is next to the cleansing fluid. Sulfuric acid is directly right of hydrogen peroxide. Sodium hydroxide is opposite of sulfuric acid. I hate these puzzles more than I hate the other puzzles. This is one of those, like, he's sitting next to him and she's sitting next to her and it won't tell you who's who and who starts where. I hate these. Does it just... Can I just have it tell me which one? Thank God. Okay. I hate those puzzles. I don't like most puzzles in games like this, to be honest. Cleanse the refinery. The warning disappears. Activate? Yes. I activate the refinery. Cool. On to the next. This is kind of... I'm guessing this is like the same puzzle. What am I supposed to do? I'd like to at least know what I'm doing. To rebalance the altar, redirect all the energy to the central pylon. I think I'm going to try to do this one myself. I don't like these kinds of puzzles, but it could be interesting. Alright, I think I added a few turns, but we got it. We got it in the end, that's all that matters. And I did it myself, so anybody who cares about me completing my own quest puzzles, there you go. I did it myself. I think. Seems like I did. I don't know, I gotta turn Quest Helper back on so I know where to go. Hang on. Now we can search the display case and get the hammer? Yeah. Made out of some strange metal, you take it. It's my hammer now. I'm already in Lovacane. Why can't I just drop this hammer off with Lady Lovacane and be like, here, dwarf at the door needs this. He can fix the doors if you give it to him. And then I could be done with this. This isn't my problem. I guess total nuclear winter might be if this guy gets out, but I don't know. I don't even know if those pyromaniac freak dudes are even telling the truth. Come here, Undor. Take your stupid hammer. Hello there, laddie. Let's talk about my quest. Got the hammer? Sure do. Yeah, we'll give it to him. I don't want that ugly hammer. Look at it. Such a work of art. Den never fails to impress. Now that I have this, it shouldn't take me long to fix the doors. Does this mean the Wintertime won't be a threat anymore? That should be the case. That should be the case in the long run. I suspect it will take a long time, though. The doors were damaged for a while, and Wintertide has gained a lot of power. I reckon that magic lot will have to do their fiery tricks for a bit longer before everything is back to normal. Anyway, I'll get to work fixing the doors. You should head back to Lady Lovaking and let her know that the problem's been solved. You got it, Chief. Like I said, if that's literally all he needed, why could I not just have given that to Lady Lovakin and been like, here's the hammer. I don't want to walk all the way up there. You guys can deal with this. The human seems a bit lost, Counselor. Could you help them, please? I know exactly where I'm going, and I would like to talk to you about my reward. What did I ask? We asked him to go see what help Undor needed at the doors of Den. That we did, Counselor. Quite right. And what was it that Undor needed? A hammer. I found it. I gave it to him. And I found the hammer and gave it to him. Well, this is excellent news. With the doors fixed, the Wintertop poses far smaller threat to Corrend. Well done. Yes, wonderful stuff. I think I'll have a sherry to celebrate. Jorah, bring me a sherry. Yes, Lady Lovakin. Counselor, why is the human still here? I think they'd like a reward, Lady Lovakin. A reward? Yeah, I would. Well, here you go. I got not a lot of money, but 500 mining, 500 smithing XP. And, ooh, now the carts are free. I didn't even know that was something I would get from this, but that's nice. The 500 XP, though, on mining and smithing. That's what I was more excited about. Oh, the human is still here. I don't want to be here, so I'm just going to bail. Hey, 6 mining and smithing. Well, now that the doors of Den are fixed, I guess I can kind of go do whatever I want. You know, maybe I might start on the fishing grind. Maybe hunter? I don't know. I might just, you know, take a shower, get a quick meal, sit by a campfire and relax. We'll see. Just kidding. We got a fire cult to join, boys. Let's go.